Amp assembly, it's time for the second of the amps. Obviously, to get this, you have to be at rank hand, which I am, and you will need 3 Atmos systems, 5 of the Calder. Yeah, it kind of goes without saying, it's going to use the gyro mags and the repellers. You have the rare gems with the rare fish parts at the bottom there, as well as more turrets. Same with this one. These ones use the lathe ones from the long wind or whatever it's called. These ones, I cannot remember what these resources were from. And while we're here... Oh, the Enthropast. I should have enough of those. I can build that one, but these... Oh yeah, the third one may be a while before I get to this. But the first one was a burst fire grenade launcher, and honestly it was kind of rubbish. The second one is, and that is, so it should be this one, a powerful fragmentary explosive charge. So let's just build this because, like last time, rather than make you watch me do that. Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. What was that? No, that's old ones. I have these already built, so we can take a look at this. Gilded, of course. This is more of a status-based one with very low crit, and as expected, 6,600 better than the 2,600 that the first one had. Still don't understand the minus on the crit for the secondary fire mode on these. 37% status chance for the secondary, only 600 for its primary fire mode. So like all amps, the secondary fire mode for these is probably the best, but while leveling these, hang on, the damage hasn't changed. It's just the status that is going to change when you actually gild it. So you don't have to gild it, it will still deal the same amount of damage, but if you want the mastery points off it, you will have to gild it eventually. But I hadn't thought of that one. These things don't need to be gilded to deal the damage, so you can level them up or not level them up. As long as you have it, it will deal the damage, so that's better. But obviously with the gilded versions, they will deal better status effect and a little bit better crit. But for 4,000 credits, and I think it's 5,000 standing to gild it, why not? Let's see what this one's like. Go in here, should be the same as before. Yes, I just named my first one Fortuna Amp 1, and I will probably name this one Fort Amp 2, like I did with the other ones, so I can remember where they are. That's the standard one, and then there's the order in which they were built, which was Amp, Amp 2, Amp 4. There's 3. I'm not a complete idiot, but you can see the difference between them. This one over the first one, because I have Fortuna Amp 1 equipped. This one, you can see, yes, the crit's ridiculously worse. It has better accuracy, it has a higher fire rate, doesn't really seem to... it recharges quicker, which is the added bonus. That one sucked because the recharge rate was horrible. Does do less damage on the standard fire mode, but does a lot more on the secondary fire mode. It's more the accuracy on these that has me hoping this is way, way better. And honestly, it really doesn't disappoint. The normal attack of this is very much like the Ignis is, which makes it kind of flamethrower-ish, and honestly, it's actually pretty damn useful. The first amp, it was okay, but this one was much better, and that secondary fire mode being a grenade, I found myself using that more than I did the primary fire mode on this thing. Obviously, depending on what you're using it for, will decide upon which you're using, though I did find while recording this, I could not keep my operator alive for very long at all. Even going into shadow mode or whatever it's called, I just found myself constantly taking a lot of damage because the secondary fire mode for this, the grenade, is self harming. And the reason that I suffered so badly using it is the focus I have draws the enemies towards me when I go into the void like that. And, well, when you're throwing those grenades at your own feet, you will find yourself killing yourself quite a lot. And that was the major downside. And honestly, the only downside, apart from the range on the primary fire mode on this being very flamethrower-ish, made it the primary attack mode kind of meh. But the grenades make up for this quite a lot. But it was the only downside is you self-harm yourself, so you'll find yourself blowing yourself to bits with this way more than you will the enemies, but it is very effective against the enemies, even taking it to the void. This thing worked wonders with that secondary fire mode. It was quite impressive, and even though I wanted to give the first one the best chance I could before I built this one, and then give this one the best chance I could before building the third one, as I said in the first one of these, I built all three of them pretty much one after the other, and then after the other, suffering through all of the leveling of these as soon as I could, just to kind of get it out of the way. This is definitely the one out of the 3 new amps that I kind of stuck with after that, because it was the most fun to use. The grenades were probably the most damaging and most useful, but don't run this with the same focus tree I do. I have no idea what the name of it is, but it is just kind of annoying to self-damage yourself over and over and over again. If you can keep them at a distance, the secondary fire mode works wonders. But anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.